Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Join your hosts Patti and Meagan on this epic historical journey. If you're here, you probably already know that we love women's sports. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle.
This is going to be a baseball one, guys.
It's going to be a baseball. It's going to be big baseball.
So if you aren't here to hear about women's professional baseball, then you probably want to skip this episode. I'm just saying, if you're here to hear about hockey, there's nothing going on in the hockey world currently. Not that there won't be. There may be some hockey stuff coming up here pretty soon, but as of right now, we are all in on the Women's Professional Baseball League, and we are very excited that we had another week. I think this was the third week of play.
Third week?
Yeah, third week of play. So it is Sunday night. Megan's least favorite time to record. Yeah, to record a podcast. But that's okay. We have a full week of games to talk about, and I said we could have squeezed in doing a recording this afternoon, but then we talked about it. I did. I wanted all the games, so we got through all the games. So tomorrow's Monday. There's no games Monday, Tuesday, so it just feels really natural to finish the week off this way. Plus, we'll talk about it a little bit more, but we were on 365 Hockey Girl, Ava, our friend Ava's live stream for the game tonight. And so that's the last game of the week. We'll talk about that when it comes. But we're going to rewind and we're going to start at the beginning because I like to do things chronologically, as we always do.
Why not?
Yeah, it makes the most sense. So we are going to start talking about the game Wednesday. So Wednesday, the LA Queens played against the San Francisco Firebells, and it feels like all we've been doing is playing against the Firebells. And I will say out loud, I love you, Queens, but all we've been doing is losing to the Firebells. Okay, so let's talk about this game that happened on Wednesday. And I don't really remember a lot of it. I don't know how much of it's coming back to you.
Not a lot.
Okay.
I mean, there was a lot of sleeps ago.
It was a lot of sleeps ago. Oh shoot, mine just like totally went off my screen. We did lose to the Firebells. The final score was 2-8. So these are always, I would say this, they're typically high scoring games. Like I haven't seen one that, really hasn't been high scoring from either one side or the other or both in any of the games yet. So yeah.
I do remember this was close in the beginning. It was close. We were leading 2-1 for a while, and then the third inning we were down and we never looked back.
Yeah.
So it was close, which some of them have not been close.
Yeah,
So it was nice to be close for a while.
Yeah, we didn't score at all after the first inning. And it felt like, if I remember correctly, we did get hits, we get on base, and then we just couldn't make anything happen after that first inning. I'm sorry, guys, I have the sweatshirt on and I'm taking it off because I'm warm. So yeah, I don't know if there was anything that we need to talk about specifically for this game. Sorry, guys, it was a lot of sleeps ago. So it's kind of hard to remember what. Let me see. So Sato pitched. So that is, that's Sato pitched, and then Medlinger actually finished up, closed up. So when we only had two pitchers in this game, which I think I'm looking down.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry, just showing her where on the box score I'm seeing that. So we only had two pitchers in this game, which, is the interesting conversation, I think, that I've been hearing the different managers talk about, people around the league, people, fans of the league talk about is pitching. And it feels like that's kind of the linchpin of winning and losing so far.
It's been really tough.
Yeah.
I think they're playing the pitchers longer than not
They want to.
they want to, but that the pitchers really have, and that makes a lot of scoring, and it's very exciting, but it's hard to win when there's a lot of scores against you.
Yeah. And so that's the thing is that we actually were having this conversation tonight amongst the people that were on the live stream, and we've had it for a couple days, in our fan group friends, that I heard Rocky Henley say it. She was actually commentating for a little while on the broadcast the other night, which is very nice here on the, yeah, that was Friday, I think, that she was on the broadcast, or maybe it was gosh, the days are all running
No, it was
together.
yesterday because she talked about who was pitching today.
Oh, that's true. It was
Yeah.
yesterday. Okay, so it was yesterday. Anyway, so long story short, she said, that's really the struggle that the manager's having. We're stretching the pitchers longer than we should, longer than really they can give because it is these pitchers they don't have a deep bench in the pitching. And it's not because they have like eight or nine people on the team who can pitch, but the problem is that they are also playing every other position. So I think that that's really important.
And I think it's really indicative, right? Because it's like women have to do it all. You have to play third base and
Yeah.
outfield and shortstop and catcher and
Yeah.
pitcher, and
Yeah.
then you're really tired and it makes it hard to pitch. So yeah, it's a definite struggle
Yes.
on the bump, as they say.
On the bump.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
learning the lingo.
yeah, so I think that one thing that we have learned is that there are only two dedicated pitchers, POs, right? As we
Great.
call them,
POs,
pitchers only, pitcher
pitcher
only.
only.
That
They're both on the
they're queens.
Queens.
They're both on the queens,
Queens.
and they're both Japanese players. Interestingly enough, like all of those things being, what they are, like that is so Sato, I'm gonna Ayami. Yami Sato is our starting ours. I'm saying that because we are Queens
Yeah,
fans.
we are.
Is our
Totally.
yeah
Go Queens.
is our starting pitcher, and she has played remarkably well. Absolutely. The first game wasn't the greatest game, but they won a game. They won it. They won it anyway, and then she
Yeah.
came back and did well after that. But there's the new she's not on this one. I'll catch her in the next game because she actually didn't start playing for us until I think Friday night. Because she was having visa issues. Yeah, which a lot of the international players have had. They've been hung up trying to just get into the country to play. So glad we have these two dedicated, pitchers on the Queens. Maybe it's going to make a difference, but you also have to think about it in that they aren't playing other positions like the other pitchers are on the other teams, is they have people that they can rotate through. But I was talking about this today. One of the pitchers on the Heights, sure. Um, that like she's played every game. I've seen her play every game and she plays third and she pitches and I'm not sure what
Outfield, right?
I don't know. I don't know if she's played outfield or not, but I'm just saying like she's literally played every game. She's a hitter, she's a, infielder, she's a pitcher, she's all these things. And I'm like, when does she rest?
Monday and Tuesday.
Right. So like in Major League Baseball, my dad and I were talking about this tonight
MMLB.
at the MMLB, the men's league. The pitchers only pitch. Let's start there. Like they only pitch.
Lots of POs.
They hit.
POs, right? I mean, they do hit.
No, they so
Some hit.
I don't know.
Some hit.
It's in the one league that they do and one league that they
Yeah.
don't. And don't quote
We
me
don't
because I don't know.
we don't
But
know them.
I know that half of them hit as well and half of them don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the way the league is split up. But they are all pitcher only. They very rarely would ever play another position.
Yeah.
Very rarely would they pull someone in that plays another position to pitch. That would be in a desperate situation. You know what I mean? So it's like you've got people that all they're doing is sitting around waiting to pitch, and they're not pitching every day. Like I think that's the other thing
Every
that people do.
third game, I think.
Something
I
like
think
that.
2 days off.
Yeah, something like that. So like these pitchers normally have at least one game off. In between, but that doesn't mean that they're not playing. So I just think this is such a huge difference in the way that this league is going versus the men's league. And then I think I just wanted to have the conversation. I wanted to talk about it and I'm not going to blame everything on the pitching, but I think that it is a big factor in how well some teams are doing versus other teams and how some games go. Cause it's not even how some teams are doing. Cause it's like we saw the Heights, they didn't end up getting destroyed. They ended up coming back and almost winning tonight. But it's just like we saw it was a pitching struggle and it was, and that's really what the Hunters, gained a bunch of runs on them because they were having problems on the mound.
Yeah.
So, I don't really remember. And do you have anything else you want to
No.
remember? Okay. So I'm sorry, guys. Apologies because Wednesday's game was so long ago. We just cannot remember it to save our lives. So moving back to now, day forward, but back to Thursday night. So
We met some friends.
yeah,
in
so
the city.
yeah, so Thursday night we went to Rough and Tumble, Columbia City, and the reason why we did that was because we're actually wearing the gala hats tonight. It's funny, like I have mine on backwards, but Patty has hers on, but
She's not going to switch it.
Oh no. That's the thing, guys. Some side Megan commentary. Once I have a hat on my head, I will not take that hat off until I am deep in the recesses of my home because my hair does not do well after a hat. Whereas Patty can take a hat off and just like, shake her hair about like the California girl that she is and be fine. And her hair looks normal and looks great. And it's so annoying because my hair looks like
Only because it's short. If my hair was
a
curly
rat's
like it used to be,
nest.
there's no way
Okay,
that
my
I could
hair's
do
a
that.
rat's nest after a hat.
Not that
So,
bad.
no, I will not be taking my hat off for the camera this evening. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Wednesday or Thursday night, Lifelong has an annual event. It's called Dining Out for Life, and a bunch of restaurants, thank you, Rough and Tumble, amongst about 50 others, donate part of the proceeds from the diners that night to Lifelong. So it is an amazing fundraiser. It's really excellent. I mean, Lifelong obviously does some advertising for it, but whatever. But it's a really great way for us to just fundraise some money, and nothing other than just like go out to eat and enjoy yourself, right? Like you're not getting charged anymore. Like I mean, really, it's the restaurant that's donating to Lifelong, and so we really appreciate it. So Rough and Tumble, both locations did.
Thank you.
When we found out, thank you, yeah, thank you, Jen and crew. When we found out that that was happening, we were like, ooh,
Let's
there's a
go.
baseball game on. Let's just make it a thing and get people together. So yeah, so we're gonna shout out to everybody who came. So Brian, you don't have a glass, but I'm gonna clink with
I
you.
have a glass.
Okay, clink, Brian. Brian came. Thank you, Brian. Our Section 7 homies, Court and Ray, were there, which
Thank
is,
you.
for those that don't know, we're going to harken back to Torrent. The section that we sit in is Section 7, and we have lots of friends in that section. And so we're really excited to see Court and Ray because we've not seen them since
Since draft
hockey.
day.
Yeah.
Since draft.
Oh, draft
Well, we
day.
saw Ray on draft day.
Oh, we saw Ray on draft day. We didn't
Hmm.
see Court on draft day, but it's been a while. So anyway, it was really great to see them and
Section
catch
seven
up.
buddies.
Second, second, seven homies just catch up with everybody, and then Bleacher
Bleacher Babes
Babes.
came.
Yeah, so Bleacher Babes came, and that was Katie and Maya and Roman.
Hmm.
I know Roman's maybe like I don't know. She's
Bleacher Babe
actually. Yeah,
adjacent.
she's one of. I mean,
Yeah.
Roman. I consider you one of them. Yeah. Anyway, so it was really fun to see all of them. And then, am I missing anybody besides
The kids
us?
came. Us
Yeah,
and the
so
kids.
us and the kids. We brought our kids. We were gonna bring other people, but people,
Life
life
got
happens.
busy.
Life happens, and people didn't end up coming. So I don't really feel like we actually got to watch that game because we were talking, which is
There was a lot of
awesome.
talking.
It was awesome to get to spend. And just, I also shout out Rough and Tumble. They treated us like royalty. We appreciate you guys, setting up the little back area for us. And we just, we felt like it was a really good experience.
Very.
So,
It's very good.
yeah, it was a very good experience. So, yeah, thanks there. The game, again, it was a little hard to actually be able to hone in on the game, getting to talk to all the people that we haven't seen in such a long time.
Yeah.
So, but
Boston won.
did Boston win against?
Didn't Boston win?
Oh gosh, Boston did win
Yeah.
against. Okay, so interestingly enough, Boston won. That is not the way I remember it going, but that's just me because that's my memory. I feel like were there a bunch of home runs in this one? I do remember Benitez she got tagged out at home plate and being very
Yes, I think that was the last play, wasn't it?
not
I think that was the
happy.
last
I don't
play.
know. She was
Yeah,
very not happy about that.
it was near the end of the game. I'm not sure about the home runs. I mean,
I feel like Takara, she's a Australian player. What's
no
her?
home runs in the game.
Really?
Yeah, not
Okay.
that game.
Okay. My bad. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. Ali Schroeder pitched. She is their captain. What else happened? I remember we came home when we watched it again.
Yeah, we did. We watched some of it because we couldn't finish it, but
That's true.
really, we just enjoyed the people so much that we weren't really focused on the game. There was a lot of catch up on. We were talking a lot about the torrent. We were talking a lot about, Seattle and the other teams. I mean, we talked a lot about San Jose, and I mean, just there was a lot of conversation, and it was wonderful to catch up with our friends.
Yeah. And it was just really good to be out.
And we were being moms too, so
And we were we were being moms too. But no, it was good. Again, I mean, guys, I feel bad. I feel bad like we should have taken better notes about these games, but because they were so long ago, we're going to give you very high level, which is basically like the score and, Benitez not being happy about a call.
yeah, yeah. It was a play at the plate. She was tagged out, and
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
yeah, it was just a
that was
good
really
relay. It was
amazing.
one of those that we talked about. I was actually, I remember this play because it was one of those you talked about, like basically the catcher, it got relayed to her so perfectly that she didn't have to move.
Mm,
Remember we talked about
I
that?
think so.
Yeah, and that
Vaguely.
and like normally they're having to stretch or having to move their body to catch a ball, but because she did not have to move to catch this relay, it was just like she could just tag, and
Yeah.
that's what she did. And so, yeah. Anyway, if I'm misremembering that, someone can correct me. But so yeah, Boston won, which is, Boston needed to win. I think that that we evening this all up is a good thing. It's fun to see competitive teams and for them all to be in it, not anybody, because I think the Boston was looking a little um, downtrodden. But maybe this wasn't right after with the
Was it their first game? Was
this
there a
might have
second
been
game? It might
actually
have been the
this it might have been
first.
their first
Might have been the
game.
first
Yeah.
game with
With
Weeks.
yeah, Jamal Weeks, and I've heard his name said a couple different ways, but we're going with Jamal because I don't remember who said it that way, but I was like, I'm gonna trust them because I feel like they know. But
Mm. Was it Ashton?
no, because she said Jamil on the
Mm.
podcast. But anyway,
Ask him when we.
we'll ask him. Let him. Anyway, so their new coach, so the Hunters coach, Keith. Wow, can't remember his last name now. His first name's Keith. He's gone. That's how much he's gone from our memory, guys.
Sorry.
But Jamal Weeks is now the head coach for the Hunters, and
He
it
came
really
from
honestly,
LA.
and he came from LA. He was our first base coach, and but honestly, like it looks like he's such a fun coach to
Yeah,
play
like he
for.
injected life into Boston
Yeah,
where there was I don't want to say there was none before, but it just feels like they're so much more engaged and they look just happier to be on the field. I
yeah,
don't know. I
yeah.
don't know. Am I wrong?
No, no. I think there was definitely a turnaround that happened there. So yeah, happy for Boston. Happy that things are going that way.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
so moving on to
Nice.
Friday night, this was painful, guys. I don't even really want to talk about this. I don't even think I actually watched the end of this game. It was so painful.
You went to take a shower or
I think
something. Yeah,
so. I
yeah.
think I was just like, okay,
It's very
I
painful.
can't watch the rest of this game. So, here's the deal, guys. San Francisco kicked our ass.
Really, really kicked our butt. Okay, and this is where Kelsey Whitmore had two home runs.
Oh, she did.
Yes.
Okay.
And Jorge,
No, she's George.
Alexia George.
She's George.
I'm sorry, Alexia George had one as well.
Yeah.
So,
So this is kind of where we started to get into the home run derby that we've got going now, so
mhm,
guys. So we'll talk about a little bit more where the home run derby stands in a little bit. But so Kelsey got two home runs that
mhm.
night, and these were not her first. So I think that she was either catching up or caught up to Danae
I think she
Benitez.
caught up at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah. So
Hmm.
because
So they both
Danae.
had five, right?
Yeah, I think they both had
Yeah,
five.
yeah.
Yeah. So, it was painful. It
It,
was a painful game if you're for Queens. If you're a Firebells fan,
it was
I'm
awesome.
sure it was
It was
probably
a
an awesome
great
game to
game.
watch because 17 runs, guys. It was just, yeah,
It was all fireballs.
it was.
Fireballs. It was.
So, Jamie McKay actually led off the pitching for
Mhm.
us that game, which we are becoming huge Jamie McKay fans.
Huge Jamie
Yeah,
McKay fans.
yeah,
We really like
yeah.
her.
Really
She was
like
just
him.
fun to watch.
Yeah,
And we saw her in the stands tonight,
yeah,
right? That was fun too. But no, she's amazing and it's fun to watch her pitch and it's fun to watch her bat.
yeah,
It's really fun to watch her.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the closing pitcher, Suzu
Naroski?
Naroski, is that how you say the?
Naroski. Naroski.
Sure. Apologies because we're saying that incorrectly,
It
I'm
was her first
sure.
game, right?
It was her first game. So this is the other Japanese pitcher who is also a pitcher only.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is no, now that I say that out loud, I think that's wrong.
Is it?
Of course, I'm gonna get it wrong. No, this is not. She is not.
She's not a pitcher only?
I don't think she's a pitcher only.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. She is not the pitcher. She is not the pitcher only.
She is Japanese.
She is Japanese. There is another Japanese woman who just came on to the team who is the pitcher only, as well as Sato. I'm sorry. I feel like we're really
Butchering this.
butchering this tonight. So my apologies, guys. Um, it was a hard game to watch if you for for us. I think that there was just a lot of you know, uh, struggle on the mound. Obviously Kelsey Whitmore was super hot. But her bat was on fire. And if somebody was like, "Is it worth the replay?" and I'm like, "If you are a Queens fan, it's probably not worth the replay." But if you're a baseball fan in general, it's fun to watch Kelsey have a on fire bat.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that was
fun to
super fun. It
watch.
was super fun
Yeah.
from that perspective. But other than that, no. It
And it
was
says this wasn't her first game. Her first game was August 12th.
who?
Naraski.
Yeah, so that wasn't. So I'm wrong. I'm wrong, and I'm
Narasaki, it's spelled here. So am I
Nar Narasaki.
Narasaki?
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm
guys.
sorry.
I don't know. This feels painful tonight.
Yeah, it's spelled wrong on the other one. Sorry, but Narasaki sounds better. It sounds
It
correct.
sounds correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I don't know. I don't really have much. Like I said, I couldn't even finish watching that game. It was so painful for me.
Yeah. It was a really long day for us, though. I mean, we thought we were going to do nothing and we ended up not doing anything. And then we were on delay. And you know what? We don't have a good record when we're on delay.
Mm. Well, we can blame Patty. We were buying her a car.
I want to feel bad about it, but I can't because I really love the car. It's my first bells and whistles car.
We needed a new car, guys, and so we got a new car. There you go. There's, for all of our fans that care about our lives, that's what we were doing. That's why we were on delay because we were stuck. And this is my least favorite thing in the world, guys. I don't mind car buying at all. Actually, I like the wheeling and dealing. It's actually fun for me because that's who I am as a person. What I hate is the sitting around and waiting for no good reason. That is my biggest pet peeve. I'm like, just don't make me wait. I would rather do anything than sit in a car dealership for what, 5 hours, which is what we did.
Yeah, we were there about 5 hours.
Anyway, so that's why we were on delay. It was painful. I mean, happy actually that we got the car. We got what we wanted. It was wonderful. Sad that LA got their butts whooped so badly by San Francisco. But yeah, I couldn't even watch the end of the game. So moving into the doubleheader that was Saturday, San Francisco started the day by playing New York, and this was actually a really fun game because Danae Benitez and Kelsey Whitmore
Oh,
were going neck
yeah,
and neck, head and head, whatever for the
the home run
home
derby.
run derby. So
Hmm.
so where we ended at the end of that game, I think they both had six. If I'm
Yes, they both got
yeah.
one more that game to
Yeah,
take them
so
both to
basically to
six.
take them both to six. They were
Yes.
both at five, and then that took them both to six.
Yes. And
So,
each team got two. So Kelsey got one there and then Albiati got the other one
mhm,
from South Orange County. We like that.
yeah,
And then Claire O'Sullivan got another one for
for
New
New
York.
York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was fun. Lots of slugging,
it was.
hitting,
Oh yeah,
and it was fun to watch. You
it
know,
really felt like San Francisco was just like on fire. I mean,
yeah.
like really after clobbering us, clobbering us on Friday night, coming back and then seeing them clobber New York, it was like, yeah,
Did it make us feel better as
it made me
Queens
feel. It made me feel better as a Queens
It's like
fan.
it's not all us. It's just San
Like San
Francisco's really
Francisco's
hitting their stride.
Yeah, like I felt like San Francisco really was just firing on all cylinders. And it's funny because at the beginning when the Queens were up 3-3, they won three and they hadn't lost any. I was like, "Oh, this is going to be great." And it's like they can't win them all. And it's like nobody can win them all. Like that's what we're learning and that I think it's a short season, so it's not like we don't have a huge long runway, but I think that we're still going to see some ups and downs. I mean, already just this week we've seen ups and downs,
Yeah.
with the Queens. So yeah, I think that's what else from this game? I'm trying to think of what else. We finally learned how to say Amanda Gentiloni's name
We
correctly.
did. Thank you,
That was
social
earlier in the week.
media.
Well, that was Amanda.
Yeah, it was
So
Amanda.
she put out a Ask Me Anything, and somebody said, can you tell us how to pronounce your name?" And she was like, "Jenna," like the girl's name, Jenna Loney, like
Like
baloney.
baloney.
And I was like, "Oh, I'll never forget that." So now, Amanda, thank you so much, Amanda Gentiloni. I can say that. It's not hard. I don't have to like,
Stumble over it
stumble
like we
over it
do
every single
often,
time.
often.
Yes.
Yes.
So anyway, so fun. I'm trying to think if there's
And
anything.
AG is her nickname when she was in the broadcast tonight and
Oh,
we
she
called her
wasn't.
AG.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah, I
yeah.
like that. All right, so second, I don't know. Anything else from that game, babe?
There's nothing else that I can think of from
Okay.
that game. So moving on to the second
Second.
of the doubleheader from yesterday, which was I'm sorry, I'm
LA
trying to
versus Boston.
LA versus Boston. So after being very dejected from Friday night,
Very dejected.
it was good. It was good to see us. I felt like hit our stride just a little bit. Oh my gosh,
Hmm.
my phone is not wanting to work with me at all right now. I'm sorry. Like I hit buttons and then it goes all over the place and whatever. Okay. So this was, I think, from a pitching perspective, this was a really interesting game. Michelle Roche pitched. Um,
He's fun to watch
yeah,
on the bump.
yeah. So she pitched 4 innings, and then Sato came in and relieved her just for 1 inning, which was it was interesting just to see her come in and do a relief for 1 inning. And then Medlinger cleaned up at the end.
Yeah.
She did a great job.
She
So
was
she's like,
striking him out.
she
She
was,
was like just really throwing those balls. Like
yeah.
it was fun to watch.
Yeah, and it's very telling because when I flip over to what Boston had on the mound, Dumas only pitched like a little over 1 inning. They took her out in the second inning. And then it went to Paloma Banache. She pitched for 4 innings, and she's a great pitcher. I mean, she really is.
Yeah.
And then Rain Pagum, pitched an inning, and then Olivia Bricker closed it up for not less than an inning. So it just, again, like I think that these games are won and lost, and it was a close game for 4 innings. Like honestly, I
Hmm.
mean, we were tied going into the fifth, and then again, I think that the Hunters just got on, pitching struggles.
Yeah. They were struggling to pitch. I mean, Jamie McKay, let's talk about it.
Oh
Two
yeah, two home
runs.
runs. Yes. Oh yeah. So Jamie McKay is now in the home run derby.
Uh-huh.
So what do we say? What Benitez and Whitmore have 7,
Have seven,
and so
and
McKay
then
has 4 now.
McKay has four,
And then there's somebody else
and
that's in
somebody
there.
has two,
I don't
right? The
remember.
next person has two.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun to watch. She didn't think the first one was going to go out, but the second one she
Yeah.
knew as soon as she hit it that it was going out.
We
So,
had the opportunity to watch the post game, which we've just because of busyness haven't been able to do as much of the post game press, but it was really fun to watch Jamie in the post game and talking about those 2 home runs and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. Her and Monet Davis were both in post,
Yeah.
so it was fun to watch them, and it was a fun game, and honestly, because they were winning. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's a lot more fun when your team is
It's so
winning.
much fun to
It
win. Why
is,
is that?
yeah. Well,
Why is that?
no, because we want to win.
We know.
I know
We know why it's fun.
we're competitive,
Yeah.
but anyway, so Queens are now. I think we're anyway, we can talk about standings here in just a
Yeah.
second because we still have one more
Second
game.
place.
We are in second place,
Yeah.
but that was the second of the doubleheader on.
And it was country day and country night.
Oh yeah, and Ashton. Oh my gosh, we have to
So
talk about
cute.
this. No, it wasn't. It was painful. It was cringy. I love AJ and Ashton. They are my favorite people in the WPBL. AJ, you are the queen, and I'm not even kidding about this. But so she's like, okay, Ashton and I are gonna dance for country night, and they both have on cowboy hats, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna do a line dance, and I'm like, there's music gonna come on, and then she starts singing, and AJ has a beautiful voice. Like, don't get me wrong, it was not her singing that was a problem. I just wasn't prepared for her to sing and dance all at the same time. I'm like, oh, this is what's happening. Anyway, it was very cute. They did a little line dance, and they were dancing to Beyonce, and AJ, you're adorable. Don't hate me because I said it was cringy. What are you gonna say?
Not a word. I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to let my wife take that
I
one.
just wonder how AJ keeps her makeup so flawless. Like I think this every time it's 90 degrees out there. I'm like, whatever setting spray she's using, I need to get the name of because holy crap.
Plus, she
She
was
looks
doused that night too.
Oh,
And
that's right. I forgot about she was doing
post
the
game.
post game interview with Jamie McKay and they came I don't even remember who it
I
was.
don't remember
Came
either.
over and dumped water
Both
on
of them.
Jamie, but no,
Both of
AJ
them.
got it. She got it big time. And I didn't see her reaction because she went off camera, but she came back and she's like, "Well, I wasn't expecting for that to happen tonight." It was funny. I was like, "Oh my gosh," but
It's really it.
She has definitely just been a great part of this whole experience. Yeah, AJ, shout out AJ Andrews,
Yeah.
and just the work that she's doing. So that's been the other interesting thing is the commentating because we've had his first name's Max. Can't remember what his last
He's
name
really
is.
good on the
He is really
mic.
good.
He's
He's
really
really good.
good.
He's been really good.
I've been
And
enjoying
then
him.
Jenna is the woman who's been I'm gonna call her Old Faithful because she's been there for like every single game.
Hmm.
And there was another woman that was commentating, but anyway, so I think on Saturday, Max was there for the first game, but he wasn't there for the second game. So they brought in Rocky Henley, which was
For a
really
few innings. It
cool
was
to,
very
yeah,
cool
to
to
hear
get
her.
her take.
Yeah, and that's where we learned a lot of the information. She
Yeah.
even shared, who was going to be starting pitching for New York today, which was really cool. So it was fun to hear that. And then today, Jenna was alone again, and she had
Amanda
Jenna Loney,
Gentiloni.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
in
Yep.
the box with her. So it's kind of been fun to watch them bring players and
And
managers and all that
AJ
kind of
and
all that in.
yeah.
And yeah, AJ, and that was the other thing that's where that started. You're right. That like because there hasn't been a color quote unquote a color commentator in the box for a couple games. AJ's been doing that from the sidelines, which is just, I mean, like hardest working woman in
Yep.
professional baseball right now. That's all I have to say. Like, hats off, which I'm not going to take my hat off, and we talked about why.
She's not.
Okay,
Today's
so
game.
we're talking about today's game. So we did make it. Oh,
Sorry.
Patty's yawning because
It's
it's late.
late.
So Ava 365 Hockey Girl decided to do a live stream with Sophia from Snatch Magazine for
Very
the
cool.
game. It was very cool. It was fun we didn't I didn't get to stay on the whole time. I was there for a big chunk of it.
We have family in town.
We had family in town and had family dinner, and Ava, of course, was understanding of all that. But we jumped on the live stream, and that was cool just to like talk about baseball with other baseball people who are interested in baseball and watch the game with them. And anyway, so long story short, this game was it was not. I mean, it was three to
It was
zero.
3-0 Boston.
Boston for
Uh,
I don't know
wait,
how many innings.
wait.
No, it was three to
3
zero
nothing
New
New
York.
York.
No, it was three to zero. And when you said that, I was like, that's not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
three to zero New York,
Yeah,
and
till
then
the end of the third.
till the end of the third. Well, it
And
was
then it was
4-0.
flipping.
Yeah. And then the Boston came back,
Tied it.
tied it up, and then New York got
Run
another run.
ahead.
And then,
Boston
Boston
took
took it
off.
away. Yeah, it took off.
Yeah.
Took off with another four runs, in the fifth, one run in the sixth. And then in the bottom of the seventh, New York did come back for two. So it ended up 9-7. So it was a lot closer than it felt like it was going
It
to
didn't
be.
feel like it was that close.
Yeah.
It felt like it was Boston the entire way.
Yeah.
I mean, after the fourth inning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was that pitching again? Was
Well,
it pitching struggle?
I would say yes because I think we saw Zettelmar struggle a little bit on the mound,
Mhm.
and Reynolds actually came out. She came out because of a shoulder
Yeah.
injury.
It was they had the trainer out there, the
Yeah,
coach
she
was out
was
there,
watching
the ump
her.
was out
Yeah,
there,
she was.
and
Yeah,
she was struggling. She was in pain, and it was visceral. Like you saw it
I
because you
did.
struggle with
Oh
shoulder
yeah,
pain, and
because I have
you
shoulder pain.
saw it.
When I could tell when she threw, because like
Mhm.
she threw one and she jumped off the mound, and I'm like, oh, I know it. I know that look. That's it. I just hurt my shoulder. I just threw too hard and hurt my shoulder because I have that same issue, and so
Not
and
pitching, but
no,
she's got that issue.
no. No, I haven't pitched since I was probably 10 years old. So anyway, long story short, she ended up coming off the mound. The trainer, we saw the trainer in the dugout with her, and he was massaging her shoulder and kind of, talking about that. So I was like, oh, it's definitely a shoulder issue. We weren't really sure why she came off the mound, at that point. But it just, yes, I do feel like they were struggling. They were struggling with pitching. And I
Yeah.
didn't get to watch as much of the end of it because we had family in town and,
Mhm.
I was focusing on that. But it wasn't as dominant as it felt like it was going to be. It felt like, it felt like Boston was just running away with it at one point, and poor New York. It's just you get into those innings where it's just like you just got to get out of the inning. You just got to get out of the inning, and so yeah,
Yeah. And there were a couple that it was like, oh my, did they get, because I was making dinner.
yeah,
We have, our aunt's in town, and mom and dad went to pick her up, and we're making dinner, and Megan's on the live stream, and I'm trying to keep up with the game and cut the delicata at the same time. And it's like, did
people
they get
don't need
in?
all
Did they
this.
get out? Okay, it's too much information, but that's what was going on. So, and yeah, so Boston.
Yeah. So Boston, I feel like Boston is rising right now, which is kind of cool to see. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, Brian, because his team is the Heights. Oh, yeah, clink. Um,
And they're really our second team too, but we love everyone.
yeah,
We really do.
we just want everybody to have fun, and we don't want anybody like we don't want a blowout of any sort. Like that's why Friday was so painful because a blowout is not fun. A close game, even if you lose, a close game is fun to watch.
Hmm.
It was not fun to watch getting beat 17 to
It didn't
3.
feel good.
Even though we came back and scored one run in the last inning, I remember that because I remember it was 17 to
That
2.
always felt painful.
Yeah, yeah. It was painful. It was
Yeah.
like, okay, can we just get this game over with?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so another week complete of the Women's Professional Baseball League, which we're very excited about.
Happy weekend, everyone. I hope you enjoy your days off.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday. These players are just I just can't even imagine
Amazing.
what their bodies are like feeling like right now after playing all these games because many of them played, Friday. I mean, there's yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right.
So it's just I can't imagine them not being tired. So
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need a
Complete
break.
rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I mean, they are. They're doing what they can for their bodies. I mean, that's what we hear from the players and what they say when the questions are
Who
asked.
said that they're living at the was it the YMCA steam room?
Oh, I don't
I
know.
don't I forget exactly what was said,
Oh,
but it was
that's
like that's
funny.
they were just living in the sauna or something. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I totally get that.
Yeah. But it sounds like they're doing, they're doing the best they can there for them and trying to take care of their bodies and that sort of thing. Again, I think this, 3 weeks in, this is probably some of the longest amounts of time that any of them have played baseball
Continuously.
continuously. And
Yeah.
so I think that's the thing that we're getting into and seeing is like what effect that has on the players. And so with not the huge men's league roster situation, like they're all playing all the time. I mean, really, like the most that they're gonna get off is like a day,
482 days a year. Aren't the men playing games? A lot of
482.
games.
Oh,
It's a lot of games. I'm
there's only
sure.
365 days in a
Okay.
year, so I'm
I
really
know I'm
confused.
being, a little hyperbolic there, but it's a lot. They play a lot of games. And yeah, so this is different for the women, but
Yeah.
we're enjoying it. We're ready for Labor Day. Like, can Labor Day be this
Oh yeah, we
weekend?
keep saying that. We keep saying that we're like, oh my gosh, like we just want to be there. Like every time we see somebody else that gets to go and gets to experience a game in person, we're like,
So
oh, we want to go. Anyway, we will be there. It's coming for us. We just have to be patient. Be patient. Um, so coming up, guys, there are, games start again on Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's a doubleheader on Saturday and a single game on Sunday. So we just gonna, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat.
mhm.
That's what we're doing right now. We will keep watching. There are some other things going on this week for us. So I actually think there may be a midweek episode this week. No promises, but we're probably gonna have a midweek episode this week.
Exciting.
Yep. If everything goes the way that we want it to, I'm not going to give any more away than that.
Yep.
So
Won't take long.
yeah, we're gonna try for we think what's going to happen is going to happen soon and be important enough that we need to put it out immediately. So it's
Wasn't vague at all.
no, not at all. Anyway, so that's what's going on here. I'm trying to think of what else is coming up. I don't know, just more baseball, guys, really, honestly.
We're all
Like I
in.
said, there's a little hockey peppered in, but for the most part, it's going to be baseball for the next couple weeks because and when we go to Springfield, you guys are going to be so sick of us talking about baseball.
Really, and you know what? I don't think we care because we're
No,
gonna
no,
be
no, no,
we're
no,
gonna
no.
love
No,
it.
no, no. Like that's the thing is like I'm kind of like we're talking with other creators and like people that are in the sports like universe that we are. And it's really hard and it's like no, doesn't mean that we're not Torrent fans here. We're 100% still Torrent fans. We're going to cover the team. But it's like it's hard in the off season to like find stuff to talk about. Like when there's nothing going on with the team, everybody's off doing their summer things, which all of them deserve a
Absolutely.
well-deserved break that they need to get away and do their summer things. So I'm just glad that we found, baseball. And I'm sad too to think that this is going to be over in another month and that we're going to
Like eight
not have
weeks.
baseball again.
Oh,
Not gonna have baseball for a while. So I just, my encouragement to everybody is just watch it however you can, consume it however you can. They're doing a really good job of social mediaing it.
Gosh, WPBL is amazing.
Yeah.
They're just killing it, and I love it.
Yeah. So I would say, consume it however you can, because the more that we consume at this point, watch it, comment, like all those things, the better chance we have of, more baseball next year. So that's what we're looking forward to.
Absolutely.
So Wednesday night's game is New York against San Francisco. We'll gear up for that. We'll watch it. But then the next game that we're actually looking for isn't until Friday night, which LA doesn't play until Friday. So yeah, so we have to play San Francisco again on Friday night. So this will kind of be our revenge match, I think. And hopefully, because we do have a bunch of days off because they don't play again until Friday. So
which is
yeah,
really
well, they haven't,
kind of
and they played
interesting.
yesterday.
I
So
know.
yeah, they have a big chunk of time off.
What's up?
So hopefully they'll be rested and ready to go, and yeah, we'll get them. We'll get those Firebells.
Yep.
Okay, what's your last word, babe?
I've been thinking about it, and I think my last word is blowout. Because we've
Mm,
had some blowouts, against us.
yeah,
And I think that's where my head is this week because it was a blowout week.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And again, it's I think that I think it was Ava that said it today, or maybe it was Brian. One of them in the live stream was talking about that. Oh yeah, Brian Clink. That this is like spring training. Like they're viewing this season as like spring training because it's all new. I mean, like this is a thing. They've never done it before. None of them have done this before. They've all played they've played in tournaments and that sort of thing, but having an actual league, playing and, playing this many games against each other is just it's all brand new. So we're giving them, where it's actually been fun and entertaining. And every dollar that I've spent, I'm so happy that we get to be a part of this. Like that's how I feel. And
Absolutely.
I know it's, people are griping about ESPN being behind the paywall and all that stuff, but it's like, I think whatever they need to do to make this sustainable at this point, like I'm behind it because I want it to come back. I don't want
Yes.
this to be
We
yeah,
continue.
yeah, we need to, I want to see season 2, season 3, season, 100. So yeah. Okay, guys, I think that is it. I think that is all. Like I said, more than likely a midweek episode, and we'll have something on Monday for you. Maybe baseball, maybe hockey. I don't know. You have to tune in to find out.
We'll see.
Okay. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.